Now, moving on to the second fight on the card, we have a women's strawweight matchup, which sees Nina Ansaroff paired up with Mackenzie Dern. Nina Ansaroff, who is the wife of Amanda Nunes, is coming in at 10-6 and is the minus 140 favorite, whereas Mackenzie Dern is 10-1 and she is the plus 120 underdog. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, this is another great matchup. You got number 11 and Mackenzie Dern going up against number 5, Nina Ansaroff. At one end, you have Nina, who before having a child was putting together some super impressive wins against Claudia Gadelha, Randa Marcos, Angela Hill, Jocelyn Jones-Leibarger, and then she had her baby and she took some time off. This is her first fight, I believe, since 2019. And then you have Mackenzie Dern, on the other hand, who also had a baby a few years ago or a year ago, but is also putting together a huge winning streak. She's got 3 in the last 4, 4 in the last 5 wins. The way that I see this fight is that this is Nina's first fight back. So you have to kind of see if ring rust is a thing, if this exists in Nina Ansaroff, but she does have one of the best training partners in arguably the GOAT of the female division with Amanda Nunes. Whereas Mackenzie has been facing extremely tough competition, with Nina now being the toughest. The question for me is Mackenzie going to be able to keep it standing with Nina? We know that Mackenzie is excellent on the ground. She's one of the best BJJ practitioners in MMA, but Nina's really good on her feet. And we all know that Mackenzie's been working with Jason Perillo on her boxing, and she felt confident in her last fight standing up. If this goes to the ground, I'm going to go with Mackenzie. So I'm going to go with Mackenzie Dern by submission.
Yeah, this one was pretty tough for me because, like you said, they're both coming back after having babies, similarly at the same time. But this is a classic matchup of you got a striker against a grappler. Mm-hmm. And then I think that with the edge here is it depends on how Nina comes back with her takedown defense. She has one of the best takedown defenses in the division. She can stuff a takedown at a high rate, and then she hasn't care to go in the clinch or not, standing up. I think the thing that's going to matter is if Dern can take her down or not, because if this is a standing fight, it won't look good for Dern. She's going to want to take this fight down.
Yeah.
And I just feel like going into this, right before we hopped on, I had Dern with the edge. But I feel like if Nina can just stuff the half of the takedowns, it'll be good for her because she can strike. And if she catches Mackenzie just once, I think it'll get her off her game. That's why I got Nina Ansaroff by unanimous decision. I think she'll take it 2-1. I wanted to do 3-0, but I always see this happen where it's usually 1-1 going into the third, and I feel like when both women are tired, it's going to be harder for the grappler to shoot and take the striker down than it is for the striker to land shots and add points up.
Yeah, kind of like what we saw with Jan and Sterling, when Sterling got gassed out pretty quick.
Yeah, that's a little different because Sterling, even when he's tired, looks better than half the roster does.
That's true.
Striking her with the grappling, but I feel like with her camp and then who she's training with, and then coming back, I feel like I give Nina Ansaroff the edge. Like I said, so Nina Ansaroff by unanimous decision.
Yeah, this is a type of fight. This is the matchup where it's kind of like when Damian Maia was matched up with a ton of strikers, right? Yeah. You have somebody who's really great at BJJ, but really kind of not so great on the feet. I've been watching a lot of Mackenzie Dern's Instagram stuff. She's been featured in a lot of Michael Bisping's Instagram videos because he trains with Jason Perillo. And the last fight with Mackenzie Dern, her stand-up looked pretty good. And she looked crisp, but she was taking a lot of shots. And like you said, Nina is much better on her feet. Look at her training partner, who is amazing. She's gonna learn more. All that stuff's gonna rub off on her. So I could definitely see Nina getting this win, but it just depends on, like you said, who gets it to the ground. I believe Nina is a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, where Mackenzie's like multi-level black belt, just doing her thing. But I'm gonna. You almost had me switch. But I'm gonna stick with Mackenzie Dern.
Sounds good.
All right.
But